Hey Leo besties, and welcome to my channel, blahscrystalsale Leo Tarot. If you're new to my channel, Leo, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't leave my channel without subscribing. Make sure to like this video, Leo, if it does resonate with you in any type of way, and or comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Take the reading, Leo, as it resonates with you. It will resonate differently for everyone. And Leo, if you don't like my shit, get out my shit, okay? Any other information that I do not state as of now will be down below in the description box. Leo, don't forget to check out my website, blahscrystalsale.com, for upcoming rituals and to book a personal reading. You can join me tonight on the main channel, 8:30 Central Time, for question and answers. I will be there. If you need the main channel link, the link is down below in the description box. Let's go ahead and get started. I will wait for some of y'all to come up in here, but I don't want this reading to be that long. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is your "They're Not Ready for the New You" reading. So get ready to see this change, Leo. What change should you get ready to see? We have Spirit. What change should Leo get ready to see, Spirit? You have rebirth, reinvent yourself, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. So honestly, Leo, I don't know what you've been trying to manifest or what reality you've been trying to tap into. But if you don't know by now, you got something new coming. Okay, you got something new coming in. But I feel like for some of you, this is going to be the exact replica of the reality that you are trying to manifest. And for some of you guys, you're just kind of starting something new. It could be something as simple as, you just changing career, you just changing, relationship, or you basically almost like whatever you don't have now, you're going to soon have. Okay, so some of you guys may not be in a relationship, but soon you're going to find yourself in a relationship. So how you start off the year being like, by the end of this year, I'm going to be in a relationship. And right now we are like in August. You may be like, well, where the fuck are my prospects at? I'm not in a relationship. Very soon you could just surprise yourself. The universe can surprise you and you can end up in a relationship, even though it was last minute. Good evening. Nope. Good afternoon, Stacy and Keisha. Yeah, so I feel like you're stepping into a new reality, which is going to be the rest of your year. Okay, there's something different that's going to happen for you, but you're having a rebirth. Okay. So whatever your life looks like now, you have the road here. Whatever your life looks like now, you can expect for it to look different very soon. You may not even realize how different your life is soon going to look. You got the Rider, and you got the Moose. Honestly, you got the Mountain here. Whatever you've been struggling with, Spirit is saying that's going to be moved out the way. But I do feel like there is someone coming in your direction. Before you know it, they are going to arrive. But Leo, this could even be you. Okay, you can be the Rider versus somebody coming in your direction. You could be the one going in their direction. But either way, before you know it, either you're going to reach this destination or, they're going to reach the destination where you are. Yona, good afternoon. You have the Page of Cups. I feel like there's multiple different routes that you can use. Kay, good afternoon. There's multiple different routes that you can use, but there is one that's more potent than the other. There is one that's more, hold on, I got distracted. Plausible. There's one that's more potent than the other. There's one that's more available, easier to get to. It's like right there. There's one that's more, what is the word? Easier to get to. Shit, I'm freaking out. There's one that's more easier to get to than the other. You have Temperance. You have the Emperor. You have the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. I'm going to shuffle that again because I'm wondering. I'm just going to shuffle it again. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Your financial status is going to change, Leo. Your financial status is going to change. Your financial status is going to change, which may end up causing you to change, you know, your life around. This, hold on. This may be the cause of why your reality shifts. When you come into money, you end up changing things, doing things that you couldn't do before. Your financial status is going to change. I feel like you literally got the green light here. Money is going to come your way, which is going to cause you to change your life around, which is going to cause you to either meet up with this person that I told you about or have this person come to you somehow, some way. Okay, what do they say? Like attracts like. So money attracts money. You may end up, more money may be the visitor, right? So it may not be a person, so don't get so stuck on it. So like attracts like, so you may come into some money, and then when you're already in the happiness and the energy of, I just got this money, you will start attracting more money, more situations for you to come into more money, right? You got the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. And the Three of Wands. Don't get fixated on somebody, because you're going to do this all on your own. You're going to do this all on your own. Now, you know, of course you need people for certain things, but Spirit is saying basically this is going to be your idea. You're going to be at the forefront of this. This isn't going to be, you know, nobody can piggyback off of it. You got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. This is your time to shine. And happy birthday, y'all. And if there's somebody's birthday today, happy birthday. But this is going to be your time to shine. Nobody can piggyback off of this, Leo. Like, you did this. You came into this. You chose this reality, which therefore brought in what you needed to create this reality. I feel like, so anybody coming in is going to be in addition to the reality that you created. So the person that you end up in a relationship will be in addition to the reality that you already created. You know what I'm saying? You already created this reality. So if you created the reality where you have a really good job, the person that comes in will be in addition to that. And they will be based off of the job title that you have, the job role that you have, the amount of money, the tax bracket that you have, right? But be mindful, because you can change tax brackets, you know, go up in the tax bracket, and you can get those users that come in because they're still attracted to it. Like attracts like, but then some other motherfuckers be attracted to that shit too. So just be mindful. But I feel like if you've been asking for, you know, an upgrade when it comes to your love life, or your work life, but let's just say love life for right now. If you've been asking for an upgrade when it comes to your love life, Spirit is saying, well, this money is now going to put you in the position of power to now get an upgrade to your certain type of lovers, right? The certain type of people that you can reach, the certain type of people that you can date, right? You know what I'm saying? You'd rather meet Chris Brown and stop trying to steal my husband, but you can have him because you got too many kids at this point. But either way it goes, let's just use Chris Brown as an example because that's who I be using. But you can meet Chris Brown either as a fan, or you can meet him as the same status, right? So right now, let's just say your reality is you got enough money to afford to meet him as a fan. He'll never look at you, you know, in a different type of light because you only got enough money to afford VIP, maybe. Let's just say that. Or the nosebleed sections. You don't got enough money to meet him in the same dining hall or something. Or meet him at the same barbecue or something. Or I don't fucking know. But let's just say dining hall, right? But now I feel like you're coming into, instead of meeting him as a fan, you're meeting him as a potential, you know, option, like a dating option. So you could just kind of think of like any celebrity, honestly, on that part. But that's just how your reality is basically, and not just with your love life. But Spirit is saying your money is about to put you in a position of power where you now, instead of fanning over person, place, or thing, you now can be included. You now can be included. You now can get in. So instead of working in that country club, you will be a part of that country club. Therefore, introducing new people, places, and things to your reality that were not there before. These motherfuckers go get on my nerves. I can't tell which way it's supposed to be. But either way, that's what we got right there. Let's move on. So, empower yourself and get ahead by, what should Leo do to empower themselves and get ahead? You have leadership and you have devotion. You got Oprah out here, and whoever the fuck that is. I said you're gonna do this alone, but you need to be in charge of, Leo. What reality do you want? Okay, don't depend on nobody to decide for you. What reality do you want? And I feel like you need to devote that time to it, the time necessary to it. Okay, don't just ask and plan on just receiving, because that's not always how it works, right? You can manifest whatever you want, but when they say faith without work is dead, you got to put in some type of work to it. I'm not saying you got to kill yourself, because if your dream is not to work hard at whatever, anything in life, and you want life to be easy for you, you still got to make the first step to kind of go towards it, right? However you choose to manifest this reality. You got the Eight of Swords. The Ace of Cups. What is it that you want? Hold it tight. Feel it. Feel it. Hold it tight. As many times as you can per day, each day. Hold it tight. Hold that vision. Hold that desire. And don't you dare let nobody tell you differently. Like I said, Spirit said you're in this alone right now. When it comes to manifesting this new reality, you're going to go through that rebirth, but you have to hold on tight to that desire. Okay? Step out of your reality. Step out of it. You know what the fuck it look like. I know what the fuck it look like. Okay? I know what you're going through. You know what you're going through. But we don't always got to just sit in this motherfucker. Okay? You ain't got the money right now, but you will have the money while holding this desire. Right? I want this reality. I have the vision for a reason. It is possible for me to have that, reality, and I'm going to sit in it. I'm going to sit in it. I may not have the money right now, but I have this desire. And because I have this desire and I hold on to it, the money is going to show up. The money is going to show up. I have a desire to have a specific type of person. The money is going to show up. But Spirit is saying you need to empower yourself by holding on tight to your dreams, holding on tight to that desire, that sensation that you are going to feel. You got the King of Pentacles. Okay, them ballerinas, it looks easy, right? When they doing their little thing and everything on the stage and stuff, or wherever the fuck they at. But let's just say like the Nutcracker and stuff, because that's one of my little favorite things. I saw it one time, I fell asleep. It was too long, but I do enjoy the ballet. But it's boring. But they had to work hard. They look beautiful in what they're doing, but they still had to work hard to get where they are, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to work hard, but it becomes easier as it goes on. And that's why I feel like Spirit's saying more is going to come. It's going to become easier for you to put those shoes on and get on that stage and do them twirls and stand for like however long on your tippy toes, right? It's going to become easier. The more you think about it, the easier it becomes to think about it. You start to become it, right? You no longer become delusional, you become intentional, and then therefore it becomes your reality. The more you hold on to it. Spirit is saying you have to empower yourself. You gotta empower yourself. You gotta start somewhere. Okay, you gotta start somewhere. Everything that you have in your life now started as a dream, whether good or bad. Whether good or bad. It started as a dream. It started as a feeling. Okay? Some of y'all just sat a little longer in the negativity, so you manifested the negativity. You have Strength in the Five of Cups. Page of Cups. And you got the Tower. Do not lose sight. Do not lose sight. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Do not lose sight of it, okay? Literally, I'm going to have to, I think I reiterate this a lot of times in a lot of your readings or somebody reading. It does not matter what is going on in this world. It does not matter what is going on in this world. That has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with what it is that you're manifesting. Somebody else's pockets has nothing to do with what it is that you're manifesting. Somebody else's loss has nothing to do with what it is that you're manifesting. Just because this person doesn't have the money don't mean you now start to think, oh, well, maybe I'm not going to have the money. Okay? Somebody's check is messed up at work. That is their reality. That is their issue. That ain't got shit to do with you. Okay? Spirit's saying you need to empower yourself by thinking about yourself and what it is that you envision. Okay, that's why you got to kind of cut out the news a little bit, because you want to sit there and watch the news every day, but all you see is nothing but bad shit happening constantly. So what is that going to do? Fill your reality up with nothing but bad shit that's happening. And you got to be careful with TikTok and everything else, because it'll constantly be, you know, giving you shit back that you don't even really want to, you know, pay attention to. You know, sometimes, most of the time, I be on TikTok, not even most of the time. Sometimes I be on TikTok, and I be like, how the fuck did I even end up over here? Not interested, bitch. Not interested. Block. 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 I be trying to get on black girl TikTok, you know, rich girl TikTok and everything else, because that's where I need to be at. Pamper girl TikTok. Like, how the fuck did I end back up over here with all the problems? I don't give two shits about what the fuck you got going on. That's for somebody else's reality, not mine. Okay, I don't know how I got to manifesting this, but I need to check myself at this moment and go ahead and change it up. Okay, if you could change up your FYP on the TikTok, you can do that for your Google searches and everything else. What are you searching? What are you downloading? What are you reading up on? Okay, what are you paying attention to? Even down to them TV shows. What are you paying attention to? Yeah, you know, sometimes we want to have a good laugh, but let's just go, hold on, let me break it down to like the Christian thing and everything else. You know, when Christians be like, oh, that's a demonic show, whatever. It may not even necessarily be demonic, but in their reality, they don't want to see that. They don't want to consume that in their reality because it's demonic. And because it's demonic, it's going to showcase in my world, right? People are going to, the children are going to be, you know, affected by this or whatever else it is, right? Think about that. Think about that. You may not necessarily be Christian or follow the Christian values or whatever value of religion or whatnot, but it's still the same for you. Okay, they just do it in a different type of way. What are you consuming? Because if you're going to be the leader of your own life, Spirit is saying whatever you're consuming each day is literally what's going to start to showcase. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You consume a little, it's going to grow bigger. And that is what your reality is going to be. What do you want to see in your reality? Watch out what you're consuming. Watch out who you're listening to. Watch out who you're paying attention to. Okay, everything is not for your eyes. Everything is not for your ears. Okay, what's them little monkey things? The I hear nothing, see nothing, whatever the fuck else, nothing. Okay, everything is not to be consumed by you. That is not your issue. Sorry, but at the end of the day, you gotta deal with it. Let me say, the other day when I was in the gas station, because I stay in the gas station, don't mind your business though, but I be in the gas station. But you know, it's happened a couple times to me. Actually, no, let me skip the gas station. Let me go to the other day when I was at the trampoline park with Kaleem, because he won't leave me the fuck alone about going. The other day when I was at the trampoline park, I was sitting down minding my business, because look, I'm just there for Kaleem. He's over there playing dodgeball, and I'm just sitting there, like, you know, the one time that I was going to jump with him, he don't want to jump with me. He want to be in there playing dodgeball with everybody else. Shoot. But either way, anyway, just listen to the story, but hold on. I was sitting there minding my business, but there was a lady sitting right next to me. She kept getting up. She, I guess one of her children were in there playing dodgeball, and then the little one, she had a little one, probably about 5 years old, maybe 6. The oldest one was in there. playing dodgeball too. The little one kept coming in and out, whatever, then he got in there. I'm minding my business. I don't really know what's going on. And then, excuse me. And then I hear crying. I really do not pay attention to that crying because it's not my child crying. I'm sorry. I'm not entertaining this. I'm on my phone doing what I need to do. That I don't hear my baby crying, so I'm not paying attention to it. And then I feel her get up, and then I hear a bunch of yelling. Now you got my attention because whose child are you screaming at? Whose child are you screaming at? So I pay attention. She's not screaming at my child, so I go back to doing what I'm doing, right? She starts to get mad. Like, she comes out and she's voicing her opinion. She's coming to sit back down, but she's voicing her opinion out loud. And she's like, oh, he has autism, and they're throwing the ball too hard and everything else. In my mind, I'm like, that is not my child. That is not my business. That's on you. Stop saying shit because you want me to fucking hear it, because you want me to stick up for you. I'm not stupid, okay? Because you wasn't saying all that shit over there. You come over here to say it. I don't give a fuck, bitch, okay? I don't care what's going on. At this point, you need to stop yelling at them damn children up in there, and you need to grab your child that you knew was autistic, because don't nobody in there give a fuck or know what the fuck going on or how to deal with it. You need to grab your child and you need to take your ass the fuck on. But you see what I mean right here, how I did not deal with it because that is not my reality. If I would have allowed her to pull me into that shit, which is what she was trying to do because she did it multiple times, okay? Imagine how my reality would have shifted. My whole energy would have shifted. Because now I would have had to be aggravated. I would have had to be agitated, which means now what? It's going to trickle down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Will trickle down into something major, into something big. And then she would have expected me to fucking take over that fucking shit, and I was not about to do it. Okay? The simple solution was to take your child out and have them sit the fuck down or take them to the baby section over there because dodgeball is dodgeball. Sorry he got hit in the face. Take him out. Okay, but then the part that I didn't like, let me tell you this little part. This is just a little bit of extra information. But the part that I didn't like was the fact that she sat him down right by her. He started saying, mommy, 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 whatever else it is. I'm still trying to mind my business. But then she's on the phone now, and she gets annoyed with him. Guess what the bitch does? She slaps him in the face. But you just got upset at the fact that he just got hit in the face by a dodgeball, but you slapped him, but then she tried to play it off. Because I heard that shit. I didn't say nothing. But I heard that shit, okay? And then she tried to, like, tap his face or whatever. Nah, bitch, do what you did before. Do what you did before, right? Thanks so much, Jim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. But do you see what I mean? About getting involved in shit that don't concern you? Consuming yourself with shit that don't concern you? How easily somebody can sit there and change your mood, change your reality? Spirit is saying, watch what you consume. You are the leader of your life. You want a different reality. You have to be careful with what you're allowing yourself to participate in. Okay? That's what they say in here. Now, let's move the fuck on. Damn it, we're going to be here too long. So what change will they see within you, Leo? And if you want to join me for question and answers tonight, they're $20 readings for my move out special because I'm moving. I don't know what the fuck I'm moving to, but I'm moving, okay? I have put that in my head. I am moving. But 8:30 tonight, Central Time on my main channel. The link is down below in the description box. Each night that I go live at 8:30, because that's what the time I want to stick to, there will be a winner for personal each night. So join me on my live on my main channel at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Either way, what change will they see within you? So those around you, what change will they see within you, Leo? Leo. You have recognition. You have recognition. What change will they see within Leo? You got the Three of Wands. You got the Seven of Swords. And you got the Magician. All right. So here, Leo, you got the Moon at the bottom of the deck. They're not really going to be able to read you. Okay? They're not really going to be able to read you. But, hold on. They're going to feel like you're up to something. So they're not going to really be able to read you. But they're going to feel like you're up to something. Like there's some type of shift within you, but I can't really tell what shift this is, because you're in the middle of manifesting. You're in the middle of, you know, changing things without necessarily saying anything. I feel like this is more action based than more you're communicating about what's changing within you. So I feel like people around you are going to recognize that something's off, something's different, but they're not really going to be able to put their hands on it because you're in the middle of manifesting. And I feel like, therefore, Spirit has you guarded, right? There's going to be some secrets that, you know, those around you will not be able to know until you have defined yourself. Until you defined yourself. So there's certain things that, let's say you watch the news every day, they may realize that, no, that's outwardly, but either way, they may realize that you're not consuming so much. Or let's say somebody rides in the car with you every day and they hear you watch they see you listen to a certain radio station every day. Today you change the music. I notice something, but I don't notice something. It's not something big enough because you still got the radio playing. You're just not playing the same station. But I'm not consumed in your world because I'm consumed in my world. I'm not consumed in your world too much to really notice the difference, right? So I don't notice that you change from that radio station to another radio station so you consume something different. So you can consume something different. So I'm noticing that there's something going on with you, like you're consuming something different, but I really haven't put my finger on it yet. So Spirit is saying this is the time where you have a great chance of changing who you are from the inside out, because they don't notice. They don't notice just yet. It's not big enough just yet, because I feel like you're doing the small things first before it becomes noticeable. Now this part is the part that they're going to notice. So what is it, what change will they notice on the outwardly? Leo Spirit. What changes? Well, damn. Well, when you finally make this outward change, who the fuck are you, Leo? They don't know your ass no more. You got catfish. They do not know you no more. Someone's not who they appear to be. So at first, yeah, they're going to kind of recognize something, but they're really not going to recognize because you're going to still appear to be the same. There's certain things that's changing but they can't really put their finger on it. But you know it's changing. By the time you go ahead and change, it's a whole new you, Leo. They're not even going to know. Someone doesn't want to be seen at the bottom of the deck. They're not even going to want to know. I mean, they're not even going to know. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Damn. You got the Two of Swords. Damn. You got Seven of Swords again. This was inward. This is outward. But look at you. Still inside, still escaping, trying to escape, quietly, trying to do your own thing. But now the secret is out. Look at you. The secret is out. What change will they see? And you got the Ten of Cups. You're much more happier. You're much more put together. You're not doing the old shit that you were doing before. You're not doing the old shit that you were doing before. So this is like you used to be a drunk, but you are no longer a drunk. You're no longer hanging out with those same friends. You're no longer doing the same thing that you were doing before. Whether you are now going to be a born-again Christian or, you're, just deciding to do something else, you're no longer participating in the shit you used to do before. Your whole thing is changing. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to necessarily... I don't fucking know. I was going to talk religion, but I'm tired of using that example. Your whole life is changing, basically. Okay? You're much more happier. You're no longer doing what you used to do. So I feel like people are going to start to feel a certain type of way. Because you're no longer communicating with certain people. You're no longer acting the same. You literally have changed. You have shifted with your new reality. Fully shifted with your new reality. Right? So now you got a new car and you're going to go different places. I feel like certain friends you're no longer going to have. You can't afford to go here. So, of course, I'm not going to invite you here, right? I'm not going to keep paying for your shit, bitch. Okay? So, you know, you can't afford to come here, so I got new friends that could afford to go there. You have to get a membership, you know, to get into the country club. You can't afford to get into the country club. You know, you don't act a certain type of way. I have one type of relationship. I need to now have one type of relationship with you. Before, you know, in that reality that I was in, I could do everything with you because I didn't really have the money to do it. I didn't really have the time to do it. Now, I don't want to be consumed with this, right? I may have gossiped about people before, but now I don't have the time to gossip about people. So I started doing other things. You know, I started being creative. I started pouring into myself. You know, you don't have the finances to go to the mall with me. Back in the day, you know, or, you know, I don't want to go to the club anymore. I want to go into this place, but you need a membership here, or, you know, you don't have the, whatever it is, either way it is, they're going to notice that your whole world has shifted because they're going to feel left out. You're going to be out in the open with whatever makes you happy and comfortable with whatever's doing or making you happy, that they're going to feel left out. They're definitely going to know that there's a change, person, place, or thing, and that's perfectly okay. Because at the end of the day, Spirit wanted you to fill your cups and make you happy. Because whoever or whatever was coming your way that I told you was coming in the beginning is going to come and complete the rest of that happiness, or add on to that happiness, add on to your happiness. So now let's move on to them. So what changes will you notice within them, those around you? What changes will Leo notice within those around them? You got crossroads at the bottom. I definitely am going to say you're going to start to realize who your blockages were, who was holding you back. Whether it was in a subtle way or it was in a big way, you're going to start to notice, okay? Because once you start to distance yourself from them, you're going to start to realize how simple it is to, how easy it is to keep that idea of that new reality in your mind. Because you no longer have that bitch around you complaining. You no longer have that bitch around you too much at this point. Too much around you telling you how that's not possible, right? You have numbing. So one of the things that, you know, I have realized about myself is I'm a verbal processor. I gotta verbally say shit. So these readings be helping me the fuck out because sometimes I'll be like, I think too much, so I gotta go to talking, right? So a lot of my conversations that I have with my friends will be repetitive because I'm a verbal processor. That don't mean I'm going to solve anything during that one conversation. The next day I'm going to talk about the same thing, and the next day I'm going to talk about the same thing, and the next day I'm going to talk about the same thing because I have to verbally process it, right? It gets to the point where, who was I telling this to? Did I say that somebody else is reading? I don't fucking know. But it gets annoying. But I have to verbally process it, which means there's going to be certain people that's going to hear what my ideas are. Now imagine I am a verbal processor and I have nothing but negative people around that gets to hear my ideas. So as soon as I go to try to process it out loud, I have that one person say, oh no, I don't think that's a good idea. Bitch, I'm only trying to process my shit. I didn't ask you what the fuck it was a good idea or not. Right? You know, like, or, yeah, and then I start changing. I'm still going to be a verbal processor. It doesn't matter, but I start changing those that I'm around. I start changing my environment. And now I hear, yeah, girl, you should go for it. Really? Just that easy? Well, then shit, now I can just go ahead and do it, right? I get more of, you should go for it, you should do it, versus, I don't think that's a good idea. You know, maybe you should try this or whatever, you know? Just like the shutdown part. What was my point to this motherfucking part? Hold on. I forgot my point, honestly. So, damn, why the fuck I say it then? I think I was saying it to say, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. But either way, the changes you're going to see within them is they're going to be numb to the situation. Why was I saying this? They're going to be numb to the situation. So they're really not, they're still, it's almost like the same thing. They're not going to be able to put their finger on it. They really don't need you, but they like you around. But they really don't need you. They just don't know it yet. And that's when you got to change your environment. And that's when you got to change your friends. Whoever you talking to. And then imagine, you don't want to, like, you're not going to want to keep somebody around where you can't be yourself. I want a verbal process with whoever the fuck I got around. And if I feel like I can't talk to you, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. I tell any man that I talk to that I could potentially be in a relationship with, I say, look, cancers don't like rejection. I'm just talking about cancers. I don't like rejection. And rejection may not be the simple fact of you don't like me, but if you ever make me feel like I can't open up to you, because I'm an open book. I am an open book. I don't give a fuck what I say. I'm going to tell you everything. Somebody hits on me, I'm going to tell you. You know, I talk to this person, I'm going to tell you. My day, I'm going to tell you everything that happened in my motherfucking day. But the moment you make me feel like I can't express myself anymore, you already lost me. Go ahead and wrap it up. I'll never tell you anything else. And I don't care. That one moment meant a lot to me. If I opened up and I told you what the fuck I told you, even if I told somebody else already, but you told me you ain't want to hear it, go ahead and wrap it up. I'm already out. You already lost me. You got the Five of Pentacles. Not really necessarily going to realize it, but they're going to know something. Queen of Cups. See, because I feel like you're filling a void for a lot of people around you. The King of Cups. You're filling a void for a lot of people around you. You're filling their cup. You're filling their cup. Remember how we started off with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups? And Spirit was saying, I need you to start to fill your cup up. You're filling their cup up. Okay? The reason why they're numb is because not much has changed. Like, I can tell something's different, but it's not really different because you're still present. Okay? You're going to be present, or you're still present. But you're lacking something. And remember when Spirit said they wanted you to have your own Ten of Pentacles, right? Your own fulfillment. You to worry about your own reality. You are constantly filling somebody else's reality, whether this is financially, whether this is emotionally, whether this is physically, you know, just you being there. You're constantly filling other people's reality, which is why you're missing out on yours. Like, imagine I had literally fulfilled that lady's reality that day at that little trampoline park. Okay? It's not that I didn't give a fuck, but I didn't want to give a fuck. Okay? Her kid was fine. You know, if Kaleem had got hit, I would have been like, what's wrong? Suck it the fuck up. Okay? You all right. Right? I'm just not going to go into that. I don't want to, even if he was autistic, I don't want to hold him back. So this is how the game works. If you're going to be in here, you're going to get hit. And you are okay. So you're just going to have to figure it out. Okay? You're going to have to figure out the world. I'm not going to be here forever. But, either way, imagine if I did, you know, consume myself into her. I would have been pouring into her cup, you know, and then I would have had to pour more into her cup because I would have had to really now cause a scene that had nothing to do with me, right? And instead of pouring into my cup of, I want to mind my business. I want my peace. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to get involved, right? No, I don't like what you're doing, but you're really not doing anything that's really worth me having to say anything, right? Yeah, you might be yelling at them kids, but where the fuck is them other kids' parents? Where them other kids' parents? Don't just think I'm always gonna motherfucking save the day. I don't care. I be trying to turn off maternal instincts. Stop. Okay. But either way, imagine I had, you know, what is it? What was I saying? Imagine I had decided to, give me a second. Imagine I had decided to get involved. I would have been pouring into her cup instead of me being like, I just came here to have fun and be peaceful and take my mind off whatever world I'm trying not to, think about. I feel like you have been pouring into other people's cups so much that you haven't saw for the longest time what was happening within you was affecting, right? Whatever struggles they were dealing with, you were helping them within, and because you were pouring too much into their cup, you were kind of skipping out on your reality, creating your reality. That's energy you could have used for yourself. That's money you could have used for yourself. That's time you could have used for yourself. Manifesting your reality, thinking about your reality, feeling your reality, the new reality that you desire. Now let's see what change is going to happen to those around you outwardly. they are not prepared for it. But I'm telling you right now, Leo, you are prepared. And if no, you are prepared. You are prepared. You are prepared for this new reality. You are prepared. You are prepared to let go of these people, places, and things around you. You are prepared to let them fall off the map if they got to. You are prepared. They are not prepared because they did not expect this. You got prepared for what's to come. At the bottom of the deck, you have narcissist and you have U-turn. What's going to happen outwardly is they're going to come searching for you. They're going to try to get you to change your mind. They're going to try to get you to still be the same old Leo. Get out of that new reality. Okay? Well, I can't afford to go in there. Why are you going to leave me behind? We always do things together. We're like this. You know? Why can't you help me up? You know, why can't you listen to me? Why can't you whatever else it is? Right? All of a sudden, they're going to want to do things that they never dreamt about before. Remember, it's your vision. You're changing your reality. They may stay the same, but your reality is changing. You are changing. But all of a sudden, they want to do things that they never dreamt of. Onto you and hold on to you as if they glued to your motherfucking hip. Okay? They are your rib, and they not. They want to do every fucking thing with you. Don't you see them motherfuckers? When people do everything with you, they have the highest chance of mirroring you, becoming you. You, because you trying to be them, but in reality, they was always you. Now they lost themselves because they have been consumed in you. So when they lose you, they're not going to know what to do. What change will happen to those around them outwardly? You got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, they gonna come searching for you, trying to bring your ass back. You seen Prince of Egypt, and if you ain't see it, I don't know what to fucking tell you. But the Prince of Egypt, the Disney one, you know, when the Pharaoh man finally let them go free, and they got to that ocean, and all of a sudden they had to change their mind, and they wanted to go fucking get them, and then they went to them little canyons that was down there in the ocean, and the ocean kind of swept them up and everything. They gonna try to come get your ass, okay? I feel like they gonna let you do what you want to do, like let you be crazy, let you experiment, whatever, because it's not affecting them. They don't give a fuck as long as it's not affecting their money, as long as it's not affecting them, right? But as soon as it starts to really affect them, because it is going to affect them, now they're going to start to try to pull on your fingers or your feelings. They're going to try to tug on you and get you back. Okay, that's like as soon as you move on to a good, healthy, romantic relationship, that ex wanna come the fuck back. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you now. Some of y'all may know this is surface because you're breaking the mold, right? Your reality is shifting. Spirit is saying you are going through a your friends starting to act funny. And they don't realize that they're acting funny because your reality is shifting, and eventually they can act funny all they want to because eventually you yourself from them. Okay? Because the universe is going to abide by it. So now you're out. Thank you. You got the moon. It's getting choppy. You know what's funny? I was just about to ask how my internet doing, so I guess Spirit was telling me. Let me know when it's good, and I'll continue. Because I ain't paying the internet bill. When I tell you I'm moving without paying the shit. I'll pay it when I move, but as of right now, okay. Okay, cool. All right, so you have the moon. So just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Eventually, when I finally get settled where I'm going, then we will worry about a motherfucking internet bill. But I'm going to go ahead and take that cable off because I don't even be watching it, and Colleen don't either. And you have the star. Like I said, your visions have been their visions. You guys have grown so close to them, but I feel like you've been pouring in their cup and helping them so much that you have lost sight of what you really wanted, and you have helped them grow into what you wanted. So now you're both sitting here not knowing what you truly want, okay? Not knowing who you truly are, confused because you poured more energy into them and lost yourself, and they gathered so much information and energy and time from you and lost themselves. So I feel like on the outside, you're going to start to see their dreams change all of a sudden. You're going to see their dreams change. They're going to now be different people. Because how for the longest you wanted to be an artist and they wanted to be an artist. When you separate from them, look how long it takes them to change their mind from I want to be an artist to now I want to be, let's just say a doctor or something. They're going to start to change. They're going to start to change. It's not going to fit. I can sit here and say, like, one example is this one girl, right? She was my roommate at one point in time. Oh, she was a Leo. I don't give a fuck if she watched my videos or not. She pissed me the fuck off. But either way, she was my roommate at one point in time. She was a Leo. I forgot about that. But we started off at the same job. Cool. We started off at the same job, so we were energetically, aligned and everything else. Um, that's around the time that I started to get into tarot readings and stuff. Now, she introduced me to tarot readings. She did, right? But we were just watching them on YouTube or whatever. After a while, I got the sensation that, you know what, I'm going to start reading, right? I'm going to start reading, and I'm going to break the mold and get away from, just watching, because I was getting called to, actually read. So I started practicing and studying, and then I started doing other people and everything else. And then she would start to be like, well, I'm going to start reading and everything, whatever. But I don't even realize what's happening. So she would be like, I'm going to start reading. So now we're doing the same thing. And now we still work at the same job. Um, she ended up, I was going to change my schedule. Don't lose me here. I was going to change my schedule to the morning time because I could see my son a lot more. Because at that time, I could only see him for like an hour once a day. When I would go pick him up in the morning, and even though I still had custody, it's just my work schedule was crazy. So I could only see him for an hour, and then I would take him to school, and that's the only time that I would see him. So that part hurt my little soul. So every morning I got McDonald's pancakes for him while I sat in the car, cut them up, and that was the only time I got to spend with him, and he wanted to watch TV. So either way, and I worked on the weekend, so I really didn't get to see him then either. But either way, so I wanted to change my work schedule to the morning time versus the night time. Now I told her I wanted to change my schedule, but then I was the only one with the car, and she was like, well, who's going to take me to work? And so me, pouring into her cup, said, well, fuck it. I don't want you to lose your job, so I'm not going to take the morning shift. I know they were going to give it to me, but I'm not going to take the morning shift. The guy asked me, am I sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to take it. I'll work it out. I'll figure it out. Why does bitch quit? Why did this bitch quit? I missed out on my opportunity to change my life, change my reality, because I decided to be nice enough to continue to drive her to work. Because I didn't want her to lose out on anything, and so therefore I decided to not change my reality. And she quit shortly after. Now I can't get that position back. I have to stay where the fuck I'm at. Eventually, I quit and I just went on to do Uber and Lyft because it was just more freeing and it was more, great for me as I started the channel and everything else. So I would go out and do Uber and Lyft. Eventually, she started Uber and Lyft, and now we still stay together. Now, we went through hell talking about who was going to pay rent. I was paying majority of it. The bills, I was paying majority of the bills. Let's just say I was paying 90% of the bills, and I was only allowing her to pay 10%. She threw a whole temper tantrum and was like, why the fuck? Because one day she saw the bills, and she was like, why the fuck can I not pay the bills? Um, why am I only paying this amount? We live together. We should pay half and half. And I said, well, cool, fuck it, half and half it is. So don't lose me. Just listen to the damn story. But she ended up hold on. She was doing Uber and Lyft or whatnot, and then she ended up getting a job. No, she wasn't doing Uber and Lyft. I lied. She got a job as a hairstylist in a salon. And hold on, just give me a moment. It was so long ago. Um, she ended up getting a position as a hairstylist in a salon. I was doing Uber and Lyft. One day she came home, and I'm looking at her like, girl, don't you got a job? I see you too much. Right? Remember how I said the reality shifting and everything? You're not really noticing. Are you not working anymore? And she started laughing, and she was like, ha ha, girl, I was wondering when you were gonna notice. I've been quit. Girl, what job do you have? Because you said you wanted to pay half and half. And honestly, you really haven't been paying half and half. I've been having to still pick up the slack. And she was like, oh girl, I decided to do Uber and Lyft, right? The mimicking, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. And then one day, a little recently, a little later, she came home and she was like, she was getting dressed and coming in for something, and then some guy came after her. I forgot who the fuck it was. I think a friend of hers. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm about to go to a barbecue and everything. And I'm like, when have you drove? She's like, oh, no, don't worry about that. I'll get it. And if I don't get it, I'll borrow it from somebody else. So now I'm calculating in my head, how much money do I have to make for her? So I'm going to go ahead and go out, and I'm going to drive, and I'm going to just make this money for her. I'm going to have to make it for me. I'm going to have to make it for her. Meanwhile, I have a whole child that I still got to provide for, right? But, so now if you ever wonder why I'm really fickle when it comes to finances, when it comes to a man, I've had to do it one too many times. So finances are big for me. But either way, basically, what was I saying this for? Hold on, don't lose me, because I lost myself. I say this to say, like, the example of, how my dreams was becoming her reality. She wanted to be glued to the hip, but she still wanted to be her own self. But the more we would distance from each other, like when she finally moved out and told me that nobody loved her, nobody ever helped her, which hurt my fucking feelings like a bitch. But when she finally dipped out, if you saw her on Instagram, she started painting and everything else. But I thought you wanted to be all these different things. But now, since you moved on, you are now coming into your identity until you get trapped underneath somebody else, right? And that's what Spirit's saying outwardly. You're going to start to see that whatever dreams they had were always your dreams. But because they were living it with you, they were tying up your time. They were tying up your energy. They were tying up you from changing your reality. Where now you're going to start to see their reality. It's going to be two sides to it when it comes to them. Their reality is now going to become different because they never had those dreams that you have. They never wanted that reality shift. But I feel like they're going to move on and they're going to create their own reality, but you're going to see them end up coming back because it was easier. It was easier when they shadowed you, when they followed you, when they admired you, when they were obsessed with you. It was easier, right? Y'all still here? My shit froze. Happy birthday. My shit froze. I hope I wasn't saying all that for no reason. Let me know now. It froze. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. So, last on our list, like I said, join me tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Time for question and answers on the main channel. If you need the main channel link, it's down below in the description box underneath the video. I'll be live 8:30. I got a goal to hit, so come over. Either way, what's Spirit's message to you, Leo? And if you want to join me for Taurus reading, it's going to be right after this on the Taurus channel. Link down below in the description box. What is Spirit? Ooh, you got letting go. You got the Ten of Swords. Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. Ace of Cups at the bottom. Every offer is not meant for you. Every offer is not meant for you. But there's one that's meant for you. But it's the one that you choose to focus on. The one that you choose to absorb. Every offer is not meant for you. Remember how I said every reality is not meant for you in the beginning? When you're in the FYP or you're on TikTok and those things come across your FYP, it's not meant for you. Okay? Somehow, some way, I don't know what the fuck I liked. I ended up on the 304, the 16, which what the fuck is a 16? Put down in the comments if you know it. The interstate, I don't fucking know what the fuck they said. They said 304, the 16, and the interstate or something like that. I ended up on that side. That was not for me. That reality was not for me. So I closed the door on that shit. But I still am curious, what the fuck is a 16? And then the interstate, or whatever the fuck they had said the fuck it was. But I got what the 304 was because somebody said in the comments to turn the phone upside down. So then I figured that was a hoe. But I didn't get the 16 or the interstate definition because nobody was talking about it. Everybody was acting like they knew what the fuck it was in the comments. But either way, that's what I'm saying. You know, every reality is not meant for you. Spirit is saying, stop accepting everything as if it's meant for you. And that's why I be telling people, that's why I don't really post on TikTok, because I swear everybody will claim every fucking reading as theirs. That's why I don't really fuck with this. Like, and then too, that's why I don't really too much fuck with the newbies when they come into spirituality. You're going to have to figure it out, okay? I have to explain too much. Everything is not meant for you. Everything is not meant for you. Hold on, because I got other conversations going on in my head. Everything's not meant for you. Everything, you cannot claim everything as your own. I will not sit here and allow somebody to tell me that I'm only going to make this amount of money. I'm not claiming that shit. Okay? I tell y'all to this day, there may be some fuck shit that I say. You don't have to fucking claim it. Okay? It may be something, you may have to listen to it for something else in your life. Just because I say it's going to be love doesn't mean that it's going to be love. It may be something else. This one lady told me that I would never make more money than what I was making then. And I heard her when I said it. I paid her for that reading and I moved the fuck on because, bitch, I rebuke that. I will never sit here and ever let you make that my reality. And I made sure I didn't. And I didn't. Right? But if I would have allowed her to tell me and I would have consumed it, it would have been my reality. Spirit is saying, stop making everything as your own. Stop taking everything so literally. Okay, and that's one thing I gotta be telling people too. They be in the comments taking shit so damn fucking literally, and I'd be like, it's a general reading. If you want something more specific, you want to get a personal. It is general. Sometimes it may not necessarily be for you, but there is a message there that you are meant to hear, or you can listen to it and you can make it be what it needs to be for yourself, right? But if you're honest with yourself, you'll find out exactly what it is. When people pass on, don't lose me. When people pass on, when people pass on and they become spirits in the other realm or whatever, on the other side, they don't take everything with them. All those memories that you remember them to do or be, they don't have all of them because they don't need it, right? They have specific memories that they remember that's for their highest good, for their growth, as they continue on doing whatever the fuck they doing. They don't have every memory. All this nonsense with you. Don't take everything so personally. Everything is not a personal attack on you. Okay? The universe is not always out to get you. Somebody ain't always out to get you. Sometimes it's literally just you. It's a mental thing. Sometimes it's not somebody hexing you, it's not somebody cursing you. It's your mental, because you are creating that reality, whether good or bad. Everything that's in your life and that's happening in your life is something that you are attracting. You attracted that person to do something to you because whatever reason that you fucking attracted that person to do whatever the fuck they did to you. Okay? You can change it. You can change it. Or you can obsess about it and continue it. Whichever one. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You can change it. If you could draw the negativity in, you can draw in the good. You can replace it. A bad dream. You had a bad dream when you were younger, or you got scared. You saw something in the corner. What did you say? It's not there. You would hide underneath the cover because you wanted to. Once you hid underneath the cover, you would want to take the cover down and no longer see it anymore. You wanted so easy to manifest. I wanted that piece of candy. I wanted that piece of candy. I wanted it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna have it. Quick story. You know, when I was younger, me and my sister, you know, back in the day, Walmart didn't have, I don't know who the fuck I told the story to, but Walmart didn't have those little sensors when you left out of Walmart. I think it was in Walmart. I'm pretty sure. It was like those old Walmarts because, you know, it was like the 90s. You know, it was me, my sister, my brother was in the cart. My mom would no longer let me sit in the cart anymore. So my little brother was there. My sister had vanished, and I was like, where the fuck is she at? Now, we're all in elementary school. My little brother is a toddler. So I was like, where my older sister went to, and my mom had said, don't go looking for her. If she gets lost, she get lost. Okay. And I was like, I got scared because I was like, well, we may not find her, so let me go look for her anyway. So my dumb ass went to go look for her, knowing I should have stayed there. But I thought my mama was serious, so, you know, I got scared. So I went to go look for her, and I found her, but I was like, what is she doing? I had called her name, but she didn't hear me. So now I'm like, what is she doing? So I walked up on her slowly, and I hovered over her, and I saw her like stuff something in her bra or her pants. I can't remember which one. And I was like, ooh, and she was like, don't tell. And I was like, okay. Well, no, I was like, I was going to tell. But she said, if you don't tell, I'll let you get something. Now, here I am, my little simple mind thinking, if I don't tell, I can get whatever I want. So I started collecting shit. So I started putting stuff in my pants because I had no boobies, and I don't think I had a training bra at the time. So I started putting things in my pockets, in my pants, and as we went around the store, I was taking more shit. And then my grandmother was in the store too. I don't know what the fuck she was at the time. But then we got to the counter to check out, and my mom was putting everything up there, and I'm over here all full and everything, but nobody's paying attention to me or my sister. So I now see a big ass bag of candy at the end of the counter. So I grab it, I walk to the other side of the counters, or that was closed, and then I stuff it in my pants, and I'm good. My mama checks out, and we about to leave out the door. My whole reality has shifted. It has changed. I got everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted. Y'all, we about to leave out the door. And why can my mama not find her keys? Why can she not find her keys? My mama goes to check my brother. He's in the shopping cart, remember, toddler. She goes to check him for the keys. After that, I knew the jig was up. The gig was up, whatever the fuck the saying is. I knew I was caught at that point. I knew I was caught. Once she went to filling on him and she still couldn't find them keys and she had looked in her purse, I knew she was about to come check me and my sister. So she went to my sister and she started checking and pulling shit out of her. Don't worry, because my grandmother came over to me and she started pulling shit out. Yo, my reality was all fucked up. It was all fucked up. But you know why I didn't get away with that? Because I already knew I was going to get caught. I already knew I was going to get caught. Now, had I had a reality where I wasn't going to get caught, I wouldn't have got caught. But in the back of my little brain, because children manifest easily, I knew I couldn't get away with this. I was going to get caught sooner or later. And best believe when I got home, we all got our asses whipped and everything. It was not very fun. But I am grateful that I did not get away with it. Because if I would have got away with it that time, stealing all that shit, best believe I would have became a criminal. I would have been stealing every fucking thing because I can get away with it. And that would have been my life. That would have been my life. So I am grateful that my mama, you know, whoever, whatever ancestor on the other side was like, bitch, you gonna misplace your keys. Guess where she found that motherfucking keys at? Guess where she found them at? In her purse. In her purse. You can't tell me that wasn't the universe or an ancestor on the other side that was like, nah, you can't let them get away with that. You can't let them get away with that. So either way, I say that to say the universe or spirit is telling you, you create your reality, the good or the bad. The good part was I did get everything that I wanted. The bad part was, I already knew I was going to get caught, therefore I did get caught. Okay? You got the Six of Swords. And you got the Page of Cups again. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Whatever you consume yourself with is what's going to be. Spirit is saying accept what it is that you want and leave the rest. Leave the rest. It's like them readings when they be like, you about to be pregnant. I rebuke it. This reading ain't for me. I'll go ahead and click the fuck out. Okay? If this all we're going to talk about is fucking pregnancies, it's not for me. I'm not going to consume it. I'm not going to consume it. Or I may fast forward and be like, well, what part is for me? Because something's there. If I clicked on this reading, something in it is for me. But that part is not for me. I could listen to this whole fucking thing and still not be affected by it. But if I listen to it one too many times, I'm going to be affected by it. I'm going to start to believe it. If somebody sits there and tells you you're not shit, and you hear that too many fucking times, what are you going to start to believe? You're not fucking shit. No matter how strong you are, somewhere is going to, sit down and fester in your mental, and you're going to now know that you are not shit. You're going to believe it. But if somebody's constantly telling you and feeding you each day and telling you that you are more than capable, you are special, you are kind, you are kind, you are smart, whatever, the help and stuff, I don't fucking know the damn thing. You're going to believe it. You're going to become it, right? You see those little experimental groups that they have when they be like, they separated people, what's that girl name? Janine? No, Janet. The lady that separates people so they can see what racism feels like or whatever. You see how they operate in those groups? That's like what Spirit is saying. Whatever you are constantly told or take in is what is going to be. That little seed that you keep trying to plant is going to grow somehow, some way. Which direction do you want it to grow? And this is why Spirit is saying you need to take a leading role. Don't blame anybody else for the role that you are giving them in your reality. If you are tired of hearing it, you don't have to hear it. Stop giving them that role, that position to even allow you to hear it, to even say that to you. You don't have to deal with that. Okay? You don't have to deal with it. That job no longer serves you and you know it doesn't. Why are you still hanging there? That boss is always mean to you or racist or in some type of way sexist or something. Why are you still dealing with it? And we can sit here and make the excuse of, well, we don't have anything else. This is all I have. This is all you have in this reality. Hold on, congested. This is all you have in this reality. But if you constantly only see this is all I have in this reality, this is all you're ever going to have. Because in another reality, you have something more. But if you don't believe that you got something more, whatever town, small town, big town, city, whatever you are in, you ain't never going to have it. Okay? You ain't never going to be able to achieve it. Happy birthday, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much y'all reading. Join me on my live on my main channel, 8:30 p.m. Central Time tonight. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Join me. Okay, bye, y'all.